Yeah, what is the actual origins of the club itself, Club 54?
Well, first of all, I had a club in Hamilton called Club 54. People ask me, where'd you get the name? Well, the name was based on the address of the building that the club was in. Originally, my dad was in the restaurant business, and he had a very successful restaurant called Caesar's. He had a little discotheque downstairs called Big Julie's. And of course, I really loved the business because I had gotten out of business school and was going to either go into a corporate life or go back into the family business. Long story short, I loved the bar business. I loved the disco business, the lights, the music, the action. I wanted another place bigger to open in Hamilton. This street, Caesar's was at 30 King East in downtown Hamilton, right across from Gore Park. There was a restaurant called the Overdraft, which was just down the street at 54 King Street East. Now I said, this is an awesome building. Well, you've seen, you were in the original Club 54. Big chandeliers, 40-foot ceiling. It was an old Bank of Nova Scotia building, way back. Now, concerning the name, at that time back in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, there was a club, of course, the notorious Studio 54 in New York City. And it used to be referred to as the 54 by people. Say, oh, we're one of the 50. You recall all the celebrities and all the news about it. Then there was a club in Montreal called the 1234. And it was, and of course I used to travel around. And this place was on a street called Rue de la Montagne, which is Mountain Street in downtown, around the Crescent Street area of downtown Montreal. And the address was 1234 Mountain Street, Rue de la Montagne. And that place was called the 1234. It was a fabulous nightclub. So I had this building, we took out a lease on this place, and it was 54 King Street. I said, I'm going to use the 54 as a play on words with Studio 54, we called it the 54 Club, which eventually got turned around into Club 54. But that's where the name. So I had this club in Hamilton. It was faltering because downtown went through that whole Gore Park fiasco thing. The downtown was a mess. It's still, don't get me started on downtown Hamilton. But anyway, I started looking in Burlington for a place. I got my dad, who's a real estate guy from way back. We had a guy do some research for us. He found this place up the street here, which was called Zeus. I don't know if you remember that place, which is now Sotiri's Greek restaurant. And before that, it was, what was the name of it? I can't, it'll come to me. Anyway, we almost took that place over because the lease was up for Zeus. Something went wrong in the meantime, didn't happen. Then down the street here was this Chuck E. Cheese building. All of a sudden, their lease expired. For lease comes this sign out front. I'm driving around all the time looking for locations. I said, holy crap, this place is ideal. It's big, parking lot, this, that. I had been in here when it was Chuck E. Cheese previous, just to have a look. So, of course, Rudy Reimer was the property manager of all these units around this area. Went in to see him, set up a meeting. He kind of, one of the main reasons I was able to lease this place was because behind us here was a place called Tequila Willie's. Now there was an ongoing feud between Rudy Reimer and Tequila Willie's because beside this Tequila Willie's were office buildings of his. And of course, every night the place was packed. There would be beer bottles and debris and cigarettes in the parking lots. And it was even in the newspapers. I used to read about this. Reimer says Tequila Willie's better clean up their act, well, all this stuff, right? So anyway, long story, this becomes available. We go see, he goes, oh, you're going to put a nightclub in there. Oh, yeah, you're going to put he's a German guy, very, very nice, great guy. Oh, I see it. And I know in the back of his head, he's thinking, he wants to run this Tequila Willie's out of out of visit because he's so mad at them. But anyway, that was one of the reasons I think he took a liking to the fact that I was going to come in here, open a bar, nightclub type of deal. That's how that happened. Why did I use the name? Because we still had the club in Hamel. The lease was rad, but I said, you know what? The name is a great name. I'm going to call this place Club 54 also. So I named it Club 54, and we took over the building in November of '91. Within 6 weeks, we had it ready to go. We opened on December 17th, 1991. That is how this place came to be. We came in here, we tore down all the walls. Basically refurbished the place right to the walls. And we kept the bars in place. We built this bar here, but the DJ booth used to be they used to have some mechanical bear up there, or mouse, playing like a mechanical band. I don't know, that's where the DJ booth is now. Anyway, so that is the genesis of this version of Club 54. It started all as an old Chuck E. Cheese location, and here we are. Well, when we opened in November of '91, it was strictly a dance club, and I modeled it after the previous club in Hamilton. And so we were open like 6 days a week, 5-6 nights a week, I think we were open. We were struggling at the beginning, and it was very apparent to me that this type of big dance club type of thing wasn't really doing so well in this particular market. So I used to try and figure out what the heck was the keys. I would go around to different places that were very busy. Tequila Willie's was behind us at that time. Jack Astor's was a busy pub. They all had these Christmas lights around the club, and lights around the perimeter of the building, and I'm saying, yeah, you know, I got to tacky this place up a bit, because it was all glass and mirrors and steel, and so I put up these Tiffany lamps and these Christmas lights. I kind of tackied it up. People would say to me, "What are you doing? This is it's tacky," or I just keep using that word tacky, but for lack of a better word. But anyway, I said, "Look, I'm just making it a little more casual of a joint, you know." And son of a gun, it started to really get busy.